You know, people often say, imagine the audience naked. But I think that's just a myth. I don't know if you gain confidence doing that, or just end up feeling more uncomfortable yourself. You gain confidence by having confidence in yourself and what you're presenting. But even if you're not naturally extroverted or gregarious, don't worry. There are things you can do to make sure you stand up full of confidence and deliver a knockout presentation. You can have the highest IQ in the world, the sharpest wits, but your ability to present to an audience or a key figure is still a crucial skill. I presented to senior client executives, CEOs, and even a Prime Minister. It's the same process you go through regardless. From my point of view, it's all about confidence. You have to be confident and project confidence. Be relaxed, but most of all, be comfortable with the material you're presenting. The key to me is knowledge, knowing what you're going to say. If you know the subject you're presenting inside out, you can't be caught out. If you lose your way, you'll be able to find it really easily. You won't make mistakes and you'll talk naturally. That only really happens if you really truly know your subject. So, lesson 1 is SWOT up. Ask yourself why you're presenting. What does your audience want to get from your presentation? Now, stick rigidly to that aim. Keep your presentation structured and don't overload it with too much material. It just won't sink in. There's only so much people can take in one sitting. I remember a senior partner at Accenture telling me when I started that people remember 80% style and body language, essentially how you deliver a presentation. 20% is content. It's a tough lesson to learn, as you'd hope that people listen more than that. But the only way you can get people to even hear 20% of what you're saying is to be a confident presenter and have open body language. If you have impact and presence as a consultant, people will take on board what you have to say. Think of your presentation as a story. When you watch a film, you look forward to seeing the performance, the character, the plot, and key messages. You don't necessarily remember the film's whole script, but you either enjoy it and remember it for the best parts, or you don't. Those few facts, you're going to need to repeat them. Tell your audience what you're about to say, otherwise known as an introduction. Tell them the main bit of the presentation, and then remind them what you just told them, a concise conclusion. Use structure to help explain the layout of what you're going to say. Signposting your presentation like this helps to guide your audience through it. You have to want to present. You can really spot genuine passion a mile away. If you have a passion for your subject matter and understand it thoroughly, you can present really easily. If you're less knowledgeable, there is no substitute for learning the material thoroughly. It comes back to a deep understanding of what you're presenting. Practice, practice, practice. I used to practice on my peers, friends, and colleagues. It was a real help in the early days. It's important to recreate the big day. Standing in front of a mirror isn't going to make you tense or put the pressure on. Make it a realistic scenario, book a room and invite some people who you know will comment on your presentation and challenge you. If you get that right, you'll get it right during the real thing. Some people find they need something to do with their hands. They tend to write note cards, and that's fine, but if you know your material, you should be able to glance at a slide and know what you need to say. As for nervous hands, try holding a pen or holding the podium if you have one. I tend to use hand gestures while talking. Being animated helps people sit up and take notice of what you're saying. Prepare for a presentation like you would for an exam or a big sporting event. The hard work all gets done in advance during the practice. On the day, it should just run smoothly. If you're looking for a role model, watch Obama, Cameron, or Oprah Winfrey. Look how relaxed they are. They're all great presenters, and, politics aside, you get the impression that they could present on any subject matter and hold your attention. And here's something else to look for. Some of the best, most senior presenters speak far more slowly than less experienced presenters. They're even happy with moments of silence. Pauses can be really powerful. If you say something important, wait for what feels like an uncomfortable second, and then let it sink in. finally, remember your audience wants to listen to you. They don't know whether you're nervous or not, and that's true for all clients. At the end of the day, we're all human. Learn, prepare, relax, and enjoy it.